Now, it's a bit of a rough week for me this week, because, you know, last weekend, Sunday, I had what seemingly seemed like a final lunch with a cousin who's fighting cancer. So, wish him luck. And then, you know, come Wednesday, or yeah, come Wednesday, the world got news that Roosterteeth is shutting down. 21 years of content just, suddenly gonna be up in smoke. That's a really hard one for me to deal with, because, what I'm doing right now is I was inspired by them to do what I'm doing right now. And, you know, for me, there's a lot to unpack about Rooster Teeth. Because at first, when I heard about it, it was I kind of made a joke. I was like, no, kind of like Darth Vader in a sense. When he did that, everyone makes memes of it. And then it was almost like because when E3 was shut down, I was like, oh, that's sad. That's disappointing. That sucks. But I could get through it. Years before, when Machinima and College Humor or whatever also went under, I was like, well, that's a disappointment, but I could get through it. And then somehow, with Rooster Teeth, when I thought the same thing, I thought, that sucks, I could get through it. But as the day wore on, it just became harder to process. Like, it hit me harder than I thought. And yeah, seems like my connection's laggy, but like I said, the event in Rooster Teeth, it hit me a lot harder than I thought, because I discovered him way back in like high school. I was watching like Halo related stuff on early days of YouTube, and then Red vs. Blue came up. My first episode was seeing Church come back as a ghost. I'm like, what's this about? I'm missing some context here. And so that's how I ended up watching their content. I actually started from episode like 8 of Red vs. Blue season 1. And now I didn't watch some of the newer stuff, like the Shizno Paradox, all of it, but that's pretty much how I became a Rooster Teeth. Red vs. Blue. And then years later, when I saw one of their first Let's Plays, was essentially like Bernie, Gus, Jeff, and Joel playing Left 4 Dead. It was just really, really funny to me. I'll never forget, like, and Joel got snatched by, I think it was like a liquor or something like that. And he was like, they went through a lot of brick. That made me laugh a lot. And then years later, or sometime later, I'm not sure it was years later, Jeff came in with Gavin and Michael, Ray, Jack. Most of the guys I don't really know. And then they start playing Minecraft. And, I got hooked on those as well. And then, pretty much the only content creator I ever like watch on YouTube. I don't watch like Markiplier or anyone like that. Mr. Beast, he does his thing and that doesn't interest me, but like, I don't know, it's hard. Like, at first, like when I first heard about the shutdown, I was like, oh man, that sucks. Like, what am I gonna watch now? And then, like, I never realized how much content of theirs I've consumed after 21 years in operation. And they impacted me more than I thought they did. Like I said earlier, what I do right now is based on what they did. Or, really what they should still continue to do, but they can no longer do, I guess, at the moment. And that just sucks. I really enjoy the content. Or at least, the ones that I watch. Not everything of theirs is to my liking. And I haven't really kept up with some of their latest or later stuff, it sucks to correct myself like that because, like I said, I really enjoy their stuff, and I don't know. It's like if it weren't for them, I'd probably be studying accounting. You know, I'd be in a cubicle, counting, being a bean counter essentially, and instead I decided to do this. You know, follow in their footsteps. And, you know, they gave me hope that they did it, I could do it too. But now, it's the opposite what happened to them. If they can't do it, can I do it as well? And, it's really demoralizing that way. And, like I said, it's been rough because I have what's called, I think I self-diagnosed as thanatophobia. Basically, fear of death. And every time something like, you know, hearing my cousin get cancer, Roosterteeth, like, time has come, it, you know, it kind of brings it up, that sense of anxiety, a sense of ending. I know it's inevitable, it can't be helped, but I've grown attached. That's my thing. I'm attached to things, and I don't know. I'm just using the stream to vent, to rant. Like Rooster Teeth.
They say clothing makes the man.
What was my goal? I put up a community note on my channel, but a community post. But yeah, I describe Rooster Teeth as my North Star, my inspiration, my dream. I know it's a distant dream. You know, I always fantasize like I would someday be able to like meet them, play with them. You know, if like I always like imagine if I get a chance to play with Trevor Collins. You know, I know through the Let's Plays I watched with him in it, he's colorblind. I am a bit too, same spectrum actually. And so I thought it'd be kind of funny when we play together, we'd be team colorblind or something like that. You know, riff on each other about that. I know such a thing is not likely to happen. I don't expect it to happen really, but it was nice to dream, to fantasize about that, the thinnest possibility of that happening. But now with it shutting down, it's no longer possible. It's just, I don't know, it's just, I mean, what more can I say? I mean, I actually cried when when I actually think about the effect it had on me.
Nothing quite like it. The feeling of accomplishment.
You know, because I know they had, you know, especially through COVID, they had a series of controversies, you know, Ryan Haywood, Adam Kovic, and then Katie Jensen, the workplace harassment, and you hear stories like that coming forth, and it just, but I always thought Rooster Teeth was like essentially the Disney of content creating. You know, sure they have problems, but they could get through it. They'll learn from their mistakes, and we'll all be better for it. And then just, I guess, just those controversies, and I guess they described in their own memo the changing landscape of like how content creator is like gets monetized. It's just, I'm not sure I could find the right words to really describe how I feel. I actually kind of rehearsed what I was going to say, and then next thing you know, I'm just rambling. Like,
My workshop is your workshop. Just don't break any.
like, you know, like I said, when I thought they were to Disney, they will always be here, you know. I hear my cousin got cancer, you know, pop in some Let's Play or dog bark or whatever they got going on. And it makes me kind of laugh at the moment, you know, kind of put a smile onto my face. And I can maybe hope for the best for stuff that happened to my cousin. You know, a couple years ago, my dog passed, and that got me really depressed. I pop in a couple, you know, their Achievement Hunter, Let's Play, and, you know, brings a smile to my face. It wouldn't bring my dog back, but for those, you know, few seconds I'm watching, a couple minutes I'm watching their stuff, I could kind of smile, you know? Can't forget about the harsh reality that we live in. And then now, that too is gone. It's like I said, they were my North Star, you know, my guiding light. And now I'm lost in the ocean, I guess these metaphors speak. And when you're lost in the middle of the ocean, you just don't know what to do. Especially if you're not a sailor, you don't know really. I mean, you can swim a bit, but you just don't know where to go from here. And like I said, is if they couldn't do it, you know, I mean, they made it for 21 years, but I've been posting stuff since 2018, and I'm already like a quarter of the way, like more than a quarter actually, of their lifespan. And I'm not, you know I'm not exactly the most engaging person to talk to right now, or my gameplay or my content is exactly most thrilling. But like I said, with them around, I can have the hope that I can make it too. I could continue doing this and be okay. But now with the North Star gone, I don't know. It puts I question my place right now. And it's a big downer. It's a major downer. I just... Like, I saw the farewells, essentially a farewell stream. They didn't call it that, but... You know, watching these guys who I've been, you know, peripherally, you know, got to know, I don't really follow them too deeply. Like, details of, you know, whether Jack's married or not, I still kind of don't really know. I think he is. Whether Gavin is married or not, I don't believe so either right now. Or I think Jack is married. Or hearing about Jeff being divorced from Griffin. That's... I don't really follow them too deeply about that, but from bits and pieces when I watch the content, that's how I got to, you know, know them a little bit. So, yeah, like I said, I got to, in a way, got to know them, you know, as friends I never really got to have myself, you know, being the loner that I am. And to lose that, it's just, like I said, it just simply sucks. I don't really quite know what to do. I just kind of hope I could keep doing this, you know, and hope for the best, I suppose. You know, I may have to change how I want to be supported, because at the moment I'm just, because I'll be honest with you guys, I don't get paid just to play it on Boosteroid. Boosteroid doesn't pay me to do this. And this week has not been great, and just today I learned that Akira Toriyama, you know, the creator of Dragon Ball and Dragon Quest, he had recently died. Actually, March 1st, I believe, was the statement they put out. You know, I don't think his work affects me that much as Roosterteeth did. But nonetheless, I enjoyed Dragon Ball. It's not this bit of a fantasy that's heavily influenced by Dragon Ball. And with him gone, it's just, I don't know. It's like, I didn't really get into Super. It looked kind of weird to me. Just appearance-wise. My brother-in-law highly recommended it, and I kind of, you know, semi like brushed it off. But maybe since now that creator has passed, I should get back to it. You know, just for, in a sense, for in his honor, for his sake. It's not easy, life. I'm not going to talk to anyone about, you know, the love of Roosterteeth or Dragon Ball at the moment. It's just, it's a lot to process. Like I said, I'm just, with Roosterteeth gone, I'm a bit lost. And I want to continue to do what they did, you know? I'm doing this because, you know, in a sense because of them. And they want to continue doing this also because of them. I don't know what the future holds for them or for me now, especially for me actually, because my content hasn't always been the most engaging, the most compelling, but I always figured theirs were. And like I said, if they couldn't do it, how could I? They were, I always envisioned, because I introduced my niece and nephew, or not my nephew yet, maybe once, but I introduced my niece to Ruby Chibi. You know, one of the more kid-friendly content that they have that I could show her. You know, when she gets old enough, I could show her, you know, Ruby and Proper. And, you know, Red versus Blue. Same thing with my nephew. And my second niece, coming in a few months. Now, they'll never really know about Roosterteeth. If I show them to them now, they're just like, oh, okay. and that'll be the end of that, because they're a thing of the past now. Like, I always kind of envision when I do get married and have kids of my own, that I show them their stuff as well. And we all laugh, you know, you're having fun time watching their stuff. And with them going away, that's not really much of a possibility anymore, or the thinnest of possibilities. Because I also don't know what's going to happen to their various YouTube channels that I've been the content I've been consuming pretty much this whole time. And it's just not a matter of what am I gonna watch now, it's just, oh, I guess it is me being a little petty that way, but still, it's just, like I said, you never realize what you have until it's gone. My dog is just, I love my dog, and even now I still miss him. You know, I could turn around behind me right now, or back then, and he'll be sleeping right there, you know, right next to me. I could, within arm's reach, I could pet him. But now I turn around, he's not there anymore. It's just a bunch of boxes where he used to sleep instead of his bed, instead of him. And with Roosterteeth now, it's just like, I always look forward to their stuff. Every Monday when their GTA Let's Plays come in, you know, I watch that. Every Fridays when there are Minecraft Let's Plays, you know, when Red vs. Blue, you know, when I did watch it, I kind of like wait anxiously every week when it becomes available on YouTube, or if I could actually, you know, at the foresight to watch on their website as well. Because I also been a member, not a first or prime member, or not a first member, I think is what they're called. But I was like, I had an account on their website. I bought stuff from their store. You know, looking back at my account, it's several years of being, you know, being a member. Maybe not a very vocal member, but a member nonetheless. And it just, like I said, it just simply sucks. It hurts. Like, I don't know what much to say about it. Because, you know, whatever they're doing, you know, coming in the future, and it's coming 60 days, 2 months before the complete closure. You know, I heard, you know, when everything's winding down, I hope all the members there that were there, the best, I guess. I know not all your content was to my liking. Your behavior apparently was not the greatest towards some of your own workers, but I always believed you would get through it. Roosterteeth, I always believed Roosterteeth would get through it. You know, be a better, stronger company, you know, as a result of these controversies that you were in, and, you know, and I always believed that you were successful, and apparently that was not the case. The things you guys did is just apparently unsustainable at a certain point. And I don't know, now I'm putting them down, but I didn't mean to put them down like that. It's just, I know you can't really ignore as controversy unfortunately it's part of the legacy. But I always remember the fun I had. You know, the cheer it brought me when I watched their stuff. You know, when the Cronus Chronicles, I believe it was called, there was some poignant stuff they put out. And the animated adventures, those were always a joy to watch. I was, like I said, I always imagined, you know, one day joining them, you know, playing games, joining their podcast. What kind of stories could I tell? Would I tell if I was ever to join them on that couch? And now the dream, the possibility of that happening will never come to be now. Maybe when, you know, the various members do something else that maybe I'll get to watch, you know, do something similar. I have the chance to be on there, but there's something special about, you know, being on Roosterteeth itself, which I considered, you know, essentially the Disney of content creator. You know, they were supposed to essentially outlast us, you know, and what it represents, you know, a fun, you know, a fun work environment, fun time just playing games, going to work. You know, wherever they're like editing, content managing, being a producer, directing, whatever else they do other than just playing games. It seemed like it was a fun time to be in that company. The dream was to someday be hired by them. You know, when I thought about going to accounting, I thought even, you know, try to be an accountant for Rooster Teeth as well. You know, the faintest dream of in some way contributing maybe to the, not the negative aspects of the reputation, but the part that I idolized, and that's all gone. And I'm not sure whether or not I should, but regarding the haters out there, you know, whether Rooster Teeth failed because they're too woke. I'll say this. You're entitled to your opinion. I don't really agree with it. And that's fine. You know, you do you, I do me. And let's end it at that. And, you know, I'll miss Rooster Teeth. Maybe as time go by, it's, you know, content I enjoy watching, the influence they had on me, it may dim. I mean, I was never really a vocal member of the community. I'm just a fan. And like, I don't know how else to put it. It's hard to describe the role Rooster Teeth had in my life. Like I said, they help bring me up when I'm feeling down. Whether I had an argument with, you know, members of my own family, whether, you know, relatives passing away. I lost an uncle, like, not too long ago as well. You know, in the past, like, few years, you know, like, you know, pretty much when they're in operation, I lost my aunt, I lost my grandpa, I lost my dog, I lost an uncle, I lost another uncle, actually, before actually losing my dog. and hearing my cousin has cancer. But for all of that, I just pop in, you know, some Rooster Teeth content, and it brings me up, cheers me up a bit from the dark reality that I live in, that we all live in. And I'm gonna miss that. I don't know what Warner Brothers is gonna do about their YouTube channels. I hope they stay up. That way, even with Rooster Teeth gone, I can still enjoy them. I can still show their stuff to my niece, to my nephew, to my other niece. My second niece is coming in a few months, and hopefully they become fans of it as well, just like I have. You know, I wish I had the Rooster Teeth 20 year merch to kind of show off every now and then. I kind of missed that opportunity, but I'll always be their fan. Now and forever, really. Because what I'm doing right now, just walking around playing Elder Scrolls, is because they did it. They did it first, or they're among the first to do it. And it inspired me to do the same. If they could do it, I could do it too. So I hope to keep doing this, you know, now in their honor. And I'm not sure that's the end of what I want to say about Rooster Teeth, but if anyone's listening, anyone watching, I don't mind talking about the Rooster Teeth, you know, is or was. If you hate him, I won't really argue with you about that. I mean, that's a vast difference of opinions right there. But if you're a fan, I'm a fan here too, and I wouldn't mind talking about it now. Now that they're gone, I should have done it when they were around. Should have done it when, you know. But that's another missed opportunity, and I always come to regret that now. But
Most merchants
nothing I can do about it. Just try to move on. Yeah. Keep doing this. Because I always look back fondly at other stuff. I may even binge a bit of Red vs. Blue again. I didn't get around to watching the later seasons of this after Monty passed. I didn't get around to watching the seasons when he was not involved. So maybe I'll get around to that. I kind of like saw clips and pieces, able to piece together episodes of the last season when I guess it was the fandom called it Bumblebee. Yang and Blake, you know, got together. That kind of stuff I don't really mind. I mean, that's like 9 seasons in the making, so it's a slow burn. But I mean, the way they did that scene, it seems pretty sweet. Yeah. I think maybe I'll end my talk about Rooster Teeth there. You know, when it comes to Dragon Ball, the creator Akira Toriyama, his content, you know, like I said, I have a bit of a fantasy in my head I got going on. His work influenced that little fantasy I got going on in my head. Other than that, it's a shame, really. Like, the creator Yu-Gi-Oh! Passed away like some years back too, and just hearing all these deaths, it sucks. And Roosterteeth, you know, going away and stuff like that is just... I'm not sure if I'm gonna quit talking about Roosterteeth throughout this whole stream, but I pretty much said all that really can be said about it and what they've done or what they are to me. It's just... it sucks. And yeah. Alright, I think I should probably just focus on the gameplay what I'm doing right now. Nothing I can do about Roosterteeth. Just hope for the best.